Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jasmine, and welcome back for another weekly weigh-in vlog. For any of you who might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Jasmine and I've been on a weight loss journey since January 1st of 2024. I am currently down right close to 150 pounds. I am very transparent on this channel, and so I do like to let anyone who's new here know that I was utilizing a GLP-1 compounded medication, tirzepatide, for the majority of that weight loss journey. I recently came off of my GLP-1 and it's been a little bit over 2 months now that I've been off of it. I share my weekly weigh-ins and other weight loss related content here, so if that is something you're into, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We are gonna go ahead and jump right into the weigh-in, but before we do so, you guys, it was candle day the other day at Bath and Body Works. I don't know if y'all got the memo, but I did, and I showed up and showed out, and I picked up this cranberry and eucalyptus candle. Super cute packaging, but oh my god, it just smells so good. I think we're gonna switch out. So I got this candle from Walmart. It is by Better Homes and Gardens, and I want to say the scent is like pistachio or something. It has a super pretty container, like glittery, and it smells really good. But I've had her up for a while. I really do love these little candle like lamp things because I have been burning this candle every night since I got it, and it literally has barely made a dent. So if you're looking for a way to stretch out your candles, definitely get one of those things. So for anyone who's new here, I do my weigh-ins on Tuesdays, and today is Tuesday, December the 8th. So starting with last Tuesday on December the 2nd, I had weighed in at 202.4. As of this morning, I weighed in at 197.6. So that is a loss of 4.8 pounds for the week, and that does bring my overall total weight loss to 146.2 pounds. So last week's weigh-in vlog was actually my monthly recap for the entire month of November. In that recap video, I shared that I had actually gained like over 6 pounds for the month of November. It was really not a good month for weight loss for me, and so I'm just looking back at my little calendar view though to see as far as my like Tuesday weekly weigh-ins. So last Tuesday was the 2nd of December, and like I said, I had weighed in at 202.4, and the Tuesday prior to that was November the 25th. I had weighed in at 197.8. So essentially we are pretty much back to baseline after the holidays, which is great. Honestly, it's wonderful. I'm really happy about it. This past week, I was pretty much back on track for the most part. I did struggle a bit over the weekend, and I actually posted a TikTok, I think it was on Saturday. I was struggling with deciding to not go to Starbucks and actually like going home and eating something at home versus getting something on the road like I usually do, but I was strong and I made the right decision. And I will be completely honest and transparent with you guys. That same night, that Saturday night, ended up overeating and it continued on Sunday. So while I was strong Saturday like morning to the afternoon, by Saturday night and then the rest of Sunday, I pretty much was just back to eating like an asshole, like I typically do on most weekends. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the weekends are 100% my downfall. The weekends are where I tend to just overdo it. But that being said, I am very happy to see that I still managed to lose for almost 5 pounds this past week, despite not having a super great end of the week. So I have a few small things I want to address in this week's weigh-in video. Really not major big deals or anything, but I just need to say my piece about a few things. So one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit in this week's weigh-in vlog, I had posted a TikTok and also YouTube Short. I always post my TikToks on YouTube Shorts, by the way, just in case anyone is wondering. But I've been doing Vlogmas via short form content, and so I posted the other day about how I tried the new protein Pop-tarts from Kellogg's. And basically, yeah, I just did my little like taste test. It was my first time trying them. I tried the strawberry flavor, and they're actually pretty good. They were definitely a lot tastier than the Legendary Foods Pop-tarts. Those are disgusting. They're protein Pop-tarts, but yeah, the Kellogg's ones are pretty good. But then someone in the comments did point out the fact that at 10 grams of protein for 2 Pop-tarts, it really is only a few more grams of protein, like compared to just regular Pop-tarts. I think for regular Pop-tarts, it's like 6 grams of protein for 2 of them. So yeah, very minuscule amount. The calories are very similar. I think the strawberry Pop-tarts are 370 for 2, and the protein ones are 380 for 2 of them. And I don't know why, but my dumb brain didn't think to like check that before I posted the TikTok. So I was kind of, you know, giving them a good review and like hyping them up. But I do want to be very clear, you know, I agree that a lot of these like protein junk foods that are coming out, you have to be careful because sometimes it really is just marketing, and there isn't really a significant difference in the protein content of some of these foods versus like the regular versions of them. They just add a little bit of protein, and sometimes they even add a lot more calories to get that little bit of extra protein, and so it's not even worth it to, you know, choose that option versus just the regular version of it. And so yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's just kind of crazy how all these companies are coming out with all of these just protein packed like everything. Like you can literally find a protein version of like every type of processed food you could think of, like cereal and milk and bread, bagel, like pasta, all of it. You can find protein packed versions of those things. And don't get me wrong, I do utilize a lot of protein, you know, enriched products in my daily diet, and some products are totally worth it. For example, the Sola blueberry bagels, I have been eating those a lot here recently. They have like 14 grams of protein and they're only like 110 calories for a blueberry bagel. Like that is insane as far as macros are concerned, in my opinion. So I feel like stuff like that, it's worth the swap. But yeah, when it comes to stuff like the protein Pop-tarts, I'll admit it probably isn't really worth it. I didn't compare the prices either to see how much more expensive the protein versions are, but I imagine they're probably a little bit more expensive than the regular version. So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because someone did mention it in the comments, and when I got to looking at it, I was like, oh, you are completely right. I feel stupid. Next order of business that I wanted to address and discuss in today's video. So my last video, my last weigh-in vlog, my monthly recap for November, actually did very well. It got quite a bit of views and a lot of comments. And I just want to first of all say thank you to everyone who has been showing up and watching my videos. I feel like I've had kind of an influx of new subscribers here recently too, and that's awesome, and I truly appreciate it. Obviously, having people show up and watch my videos and interact with my content helps my channel grow, and ultimately that is kind of the goal here. I mean, yes, I am sharing my journey to help other people and help inspire other people, but the only way I can do that is if like other people can find me. So by having people, you know, interact with me and subscribe and stuff, it helps me kind of spread my reach and helps other people who might resonate with my content find it. So I just want to say thank you first and foremost. That being said, I do feel like there is kind of an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed, and that is the fact that by and large, most of the people who commented on my last video were very supportive, or were very encouraging, or were just sharing genuine tips and advice. and we're coming from a genuinely good place. And to those people, what I'm about to say has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's not geared towards you at all. My message here, the things I'm about to talk about, are solely geared at like the 1% of people who have recently come across my channel, who are finding it necessary to take it upon themselves to kind of just be negative people up in my comment sections. And it's not just on the November recap video. I feel like there was quite a few people in that video for whatever reason, but I've also just noticed in a lot of the stuff I've been posting here recently, it does seem like I've caught the attention of a few potential trolls and or just people with very different views on weight loss and on how weight loss should be gone about, and that's fine. One thing I will say when it comes to sharing a weight loss journey online, you know, I always say that I encourage people to do so because I do feel like it can be beneficial, especially if you're able to like create a community of like-minded individuals who are supportive and who understand you and are not judgmental. It's wonderful. However, at the same time, you are opening yourself up to the possibility of being exposed to people who just have different ideas and different views and who are potentially just going to be very judgmental of you and whatever route of weight loss you choose to partake in, and whatever ways you go about losing weight, and they are going to, you know, kind of make it very known that they disagree with how you're doing things. That's fine. I can handle, you know, people having different opinions and ideas and, you know, whatever. What I will not handle though is people just straight up being rude and condescending. I want to make something abundantly clear here to anyone who maybe just hasn't been following me for very long and is making assumptions based on just my current physical appearance. Maybe I have already lost a substantial amount of weight. So I don't think the problem is that I don't understand how weight loss works, because I have lost over 140 pounds at this point. I've been on my weight loss journey for almost 2 years. I work out consistently 5 times a week at the gym, lifting weights and doing cardio. I understand how to lose weight. Have I been struggling here recently with my weight kind of fluctuating? Yes, I have. And I've been very open and very transparent about that because I want to be relatable for people who are also struggling. And also, I just want to be real. I am a real person. I'm a real human being who struggles with their weight. And I have struggled with my weight for like most of my entire life. And so yes, there are going to be periods of time where I maybe struggle, and right now is just one of those periods of time. However, that does not mean that I don't know how to lose weight. It just means I'm having a hard time doing what I need to do to lose the weight, and a lot of that has to do with what's going on up in here. And so when people come on to my comment section and try to give advice in a very condescending and rude way, and basically saying I need to give up every freaking thing that I enjoy eating, that I need to cut out all the sugar, cut out all the carbs, cut out all this, that, and the third, I just want to be very clear here. I will not cut out the sugar. I will not cut out all the carbs. I will not eat 100% clean whole foods diet, probably ever. Like, you know, let me take a step back. I'm never gonna say never, because I will admit that the way I live my life today, the way I work out today, the way I eat today is honestly so completely different from where I was when I started out this journey at 343 pounds. I probably would have said back then that I could never see myself going to the gym 5 times a week and eating the way I do now. So obviously things change, and it's taken almost 2 years to get to where I'm at, and I'm not perfect. My diet is not perfect, it's far from. But it doesn't mean I haven't been able to be successful. I have been successful, and I am not about to give up the things that I love, including my iced lattes. This latte that I made at home is 115 calories and has 11 grams of protein, and it tastes like cookie butter fucking goodness. I'm not giving her up. I'm not giving her up. And also, I fucking love Starbucks. And I know there's a whole political thing. I'm not gonna get into that side of it, but when it comes to my iced cinnamon dolce, I fucking love that shit. And I'm not ready to give it up. I won't give it up. I cut back on it. I try to fit it into my calorie deficit. I have found ways to make alternatives here at home that are less calories, but I'm not giving it up, guys. And you know, I'm sorry, but if you're looking for somebody who is on a 100% whole foods, no junk food, no processed anything bullshit diet, I'm not your girl. I'm not your girl. And respectfully, you can unsubscribe, because I would rather have people who understand where I'm coming from and who resonate with my story and resonate with my lifestyle, my like realistic lifestyle as a 30-year-old mother with a toddler who is trying to lose weight and is just trying to do the best that she can. I would rather find the people who resonate with that story and have them be a part of this community, and have the people who are type A, freaking military, super fit, whatever. Like, genuinely, I could care less if you do not like the types of foods that I eat, okay? Again, I am not perfect, and I realize I eat a lot of junk food. I eat a lot of processed food. I eat very little whole foods. Like, that's just the truth. And I have talked about in the past that I have been this way my entire life. I have always considered myself a picky eater, as from childhood into adulthood. I have issues with textures when it comes to a lot of like fruits and vegetables and whole foods and things. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm like on the spectrum or something when it comes to that kind of stuff. Genuinely, like when I try to eat broccoli, it makes me gag. And that's just my reality, you guys. And you know, I've tried multiple times throughout my life to work on it, and I am trying even here today. You know, I have this past week been trying to make a little bit of a conscious effort of trying to eat small servings of fruits every day, trying to, you know, get myself used to it, because I realize that it does take some practice to get used to eating certain types of foods. I get that, but I'm just tired of people coming in my comment section and acting like, oh, well, I know why you're fat. It's because you're drinking iced lattes. And no, absolutely not. I am fat because I am still on a weight loss journey, and I've lost 140 pounds, but I need to lose more like 200 pounds to be in a healthy weight range. But just because I'm fat doesn't mean I'm not working towards that. And it doesn't mean that I don't know anything about how to eat in a calorie deficit, which is ultimately what is going to cause me to lose weight. And that's the way I've lost all the weight I've lost. I don't know, you guys, it's not that serious. Like, genuinely, I really am unbothered by comments of people who just sound arrogant and stuff. And like, usually I don't even respond to them. Like, I would say it's a very rare occasion that I even respond to arrogant comments in my comment section. Like, I genuinely try to respond to every single comment, or at least like heart every single comment I get. If you're coming at me a type of way though, and I ignore your comment, just know that that was on purpose. But if you're sending a nice, lovely, supportive comment and I don't respond to it, that was an accident. Please do not take it that I am like offended by you or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about it. And again, I realize that as a YouTuber, I am opening myself up to criticism when I share what I eat in a days and my grocery hauls, and you know, I get it. But again, I am doing this for the people who can resonate with my story, and I'm doing it for the people who are maybe on a weight loss journey and struggling and have food aversions and don't like fruits and vegetables and just do not like certain healthy foods. Like, you know, when I say that when I started this journey at 343 pounds, I was eating a Totino's frozen pizza for dinner like 80% of the time, you guys, because a whole pizza is like 600 and I think like 60 calories, and it's a good size. And I grew up eating the Totino's frozen pizzas. Like, it was one of my comfort foods, it was one of my safe foods. And so yeah, at 340 pounds, I could eat one of those every night for dinner, and I lost a shit ton of weight doing that because I fit it into my calorie deficit, and that is what worked for me. And so what I'm saying is I share this part of my journey. I'm honest about the food part because I know that there are people who struggle with the food part. And honestly, when it comes to losing weight, like, it really is about being in a calorie deficit. And I think for some people, you know, myself included, I used to be the type of person who thought that the only way I could lose weight is if I ate salads and vegetables and chicken breast every night. And so I thought I'm never gonna be able to lose weight because I can't do that. Like, I physically cannot do that. I cannot choke down fucking chicken breast and broccoli every night because it's just like impossible for me. And so I stayed stuck for years. I stayed stuck, and it wasn't until I truly grasped the idea that weight loss really is about calories in and calories out, and it really doesn't matter what those calories come from as long as you're in a deficit. Now, I am not sitting here and saying that you're gonna feel fantastic eating frozen pizza and, you know, donuts every day in a calorie deficit versus eating whole foods and, you know, fresh this, that, and the third. Like, obviously it does matter what you eat. And as I have lost the weight, and as I have gotten closer to my goal weight, and as I have had changes in my body, I have come to realize that the foods that I eat do matter and do impact like how I feel as far as my energy, as far as my digestion. Like, yes, they do matter. But I think if you are like just starting out and you're at rock bottom and you are just trying to get the ball moving, don't think about it too much. Don't think you need to overhaul your entire diet and cut out all the sugar and all the iced coffees. Like, no, absolutely not. Find a way to eat the foods you love in moderation, in a calorie deficit, and just make it a lifestyle. Make it to where you do not feel like you're on a diet. Like, I think that is honestly the only way to truly be able to stick to a diet, is to feel like you're not on one. That is my opinion. That is my hot take. Anyways, you guys, I have been on my soapbox for long enough. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of address that. And again, to all of you wonderful, beautiful people who are kind and are supportive and are not judgmental, I do love and appreciate you. But yeah, to all of these people coming up in my comment section and spreading negativity and nonsense, again, you can kindly unclick the subscribe button, unfollow, whatever, because I'm not about to change what's been working for me and what has allowed me to go from this to this. I am struggling right now. Everyone struggles. Everyone has highs and lows on a weight loss journey. Weight loss is not linear, and I am a human being, and it is what it is. I am here to share my journey and just to let anyone who is going through the same struggles know that you are not alone and it is okay. And so with that, I am gonna go ahead and end the vlog right here. If you made it this far, leave whatever emoji I decide to put down in the comment section to let me know. And as always, you guys, I really do appreciate y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all in my next one.